Good morning, grade 1. Are you ready for our science lesson? We're going to review mammals, birds, and fish. Our objectives for today: students will be able to identify mammals, birds, and fish, describe their basic needs and their features. As we said earlier, grade 1, there are 5 groups of animals, which are mammals, reptiles, fish, amphibians, and birds. Today we will review what we studied during this week: mammals, birds, and fish. To refresh our memories about mammals, let's watch this video again.
We're off to the zoo! Aren't you excited, Moby? I can't wait to see the elephants. They're the largest mammals that live on land. What are mammals? A vertebrate is an animal that has a spine or backbone. All mammals are vertebrates. All mammals use lungs to breathe oxygen. Even mammals that live in the ocean, like whales and dolphins, breathe with lungs. Very young mammals get help from adults for protection and food. When they're born, mammals rely on milk from their mothers to survive. Cold-blooded animals like frogs use the environment to help control their body temperatures. A frog warms up in the sun and cools down in water or mud. But mammals are warm-blooded animals, which means they control their body temperatures, even when it's really cold. All mammals have hair or fur. I know whales and dolphins don't look like they have hair, but they're actually born with tiny hairs, which fall out later. A pangolin is a mammal that lives in Africa and Asia. Its body is covered in thick, tough scales, which are actually made out of joined hairs. Mammals can look really different from each other. They can be really big or really small. Rhinos, porcupines, manatees, and bats are all mammals. A jerboa is a tiny hopping mammal that lives in the deserts of Asia and northern Africa. A mandrill is a monkey that lives in African rainforests. The male mandrill can be really colorful. Yep, people are mammals too. All mammals have ways to get food, water, and shelter. How are mammals adapted to their environments? A habitat is a place where plants and animals live. Mammals live in different kinds of habitats, like rainforests, oceans, and deserts. They even live in the snowy Arctic. All mammals have ways to survive in their habitats. Camels have adapted to life in really hot deserts where there's very little water. Their long legs keep their bodies away from the hot ground. Thick fur protects them from the heat, and camels rarely sweat so they don't lose water. Their humps store body fat, which can be turned into water. Some animals have adapted to life in pretty cold places. Black bears live in the forests of North America. During warm months, they eat and fatten up. During the cold winter, when food is hard to find, bears sleep for months at a time. They wake up on warmer days to hunt and eat. That's a giant anteater. It lives in the rainforests and grasslands of Central and South America. It has long, curved claws to dig for insects, like ants and termites. The anteater sleeps under its long, bushy tail to stay warm and to hide from predators. It has a really long, sticky tongue to grab insects to eat. Camouflage helps many mammals hide in their environments. The cheetah's spots help it hide in the grass so it can sneak up on prey. Impala have tan fur to help them blend into their habitats. They also travel together in herds to stay safe from predators like cheetahs, lions, and leopards. Whales are some of the largest mammals on the planet, but even they have predators. Many whales have light bellies that help them blend in with the sky when predators look up at them from below. Their dark backs blend in with the water when predators look down at them from above. What is happening to some species of mammals? People are destroying animals' habitats to make space, or to get natural resources like wood. When this happens, animals lose their homes. When an animal or plant is endangered, there are only a few of their species left. The tapir has become endangered because its jungle habitat is being cleared. Elephants are also endangered because of habitat loss and because people hunt them for their tusks. The snow leopard lives in the mountains of Central Asia. Sometimes it attacks livestock to get food. Farmers trap and hunt snow leopards to keep their livestock safe and to get their fur. The Amazon River dolphin is endangered because of water pollution and dams. Many get caught in fishing nets. People are working together to save habitats and protect plants and animals. Governments all over the world set up reserves or protected lands where plants and animals can live safely. People have passed laws, like the Endangered Species Act, which protects plants and animals and conserves their land. Zoos educate people about endangered species and are helping to save them. We saw so many cool mammals today. I don't think you're a mammal, Moby. Well, for one thing, you don't have any hair.
So who can remind me, what are mammals? Mammals are animals that breathe with lungs. They have a backbone. They drink their mom's milk. And they are covered with hair or fur. A mammal is an animal that has fur or fur. What mammal does this fur belong to? Yes, it belongs to a giraffe. Most mammals give birth to their babies. What type of animal baby is this? It's a monkey. Wonderful! Mammals use milk to feed their babies. Mammals are warm-blooded and they have lungs to breathe air. So what are the basic needs of mammals? What do they need to stay alive? They need water, air, food, and a shelter. So as we said, mammals have fur or hair, and they feed their babies with milk. Let us name some mammals. Do you know these animals? Now we will move on to fish. Fish are animals that breathe with gills. They live in water, they have fins to swim, they're covered with scales, and they lay eggs. Let's review what we learned about fish by watching this video together.
It's my turn to feed Frank and Joey. What are fish? A vertebrate is an animal that has a spine or backbone. Mammals, birds, reptiles, amphibians, and fish are all vertebrates. Fish are the largest group of vertebrates on Earth. Many fish have skeletons made of bone, just like we do. But fish like sharks and rays have bodies made of cartilage. Part of your nose and ears are made of cartilage. Most fish spend their entire lives underwater. No, Moby, whales and dolphins are not fish. They're mammals, and they breathe with lungs. Fish breathe through gills. Gills are special organs that take in oxygen from the water. Like humans, fish have a heart, stomach, intestines, and other organs. But some fish also have a swim bladder. The swim bladder gets filled with air to help the fish move underwater. Most fish have fins to help them move in the water. The size, shape, and location of the fins help different fish move in turn in different ways. Many fish have scales that cover their bodies. The scales help protect the fish. Some species, such as the clingfish, don't have scales. Instead, they're covered with thick slime. Fish are cold-blooded animals, so they use the environment to help control their body temperatures. They can move into warmer or cooler waters to help change their body temperatures. How are fish adapted to their environments? Some fish, such as the mackerel, travel in large groups called schools. Together, they try to stay safe from predators, including dolphins and tuna. The crocodile fish stays safe by using camouflage and hiding in its environment. It looks just like rocks nearby. The flounder also hides on the ocean floor. It has both of its eyes on the same side of its body so it can watch for predators above. The stingray has a poisonous stinger that it uses to protect itself. The pufferfish are species of fish that puff up to try and scare away predators. They're among the most poisonous animals in the world. Most fish have senses of sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell, just like humans. Sharks have a very, very sharp sense of smell. They also have special parts that sense the electromagnetic fields that all living things produce. Sharks can find prey that are far away or hiding. The sailfish is one of the fastest fish. They pin their fins to their bodies to keep them from dragging in the water. What is happening to some fish species? Fish live in freshwater habitats like lakes, rivers, and ponds. They also live in saltwater oceans and in coral reefs. But the habitats of many fish species are changing. Coral reefs are dying because of pollution and higher water temperatures. When this happens, many species lose their homes. Pollution in the oceans and lakes causes problems for fish and other ocean animals. Overfishing is a problem in many parts of the world. Fish like the bluefin tuna are becoming threatened and may become endangered. Living things in the ocean are connected to each other, so if one thing becomes endangered, it can cause problems for other animals. I think Frank and Joey are safe here in their habitat.
So what are fish? Fish are animals that have fins to swim. Fish live in water only. Fish have gills to breathe. And fish lay eggs. What do fish need to stay alive? They need water, oxygen, and food. And finally, what are birds? Birds are animals that breathe with lungs. They are covered with feathers, and they have wings to fly. They also have beaks. To review what we learned about birds, let's go through this video together.
Birds are one of those animals that man has always envied because of their ability to fly. There are more than 9,000 species of birds that have been identified so far. There are very small birds and very large birds. All birds have three common features, namely feathers, beaks, and claws. The world's largest living bird is the ostrich. Its height is 2.74 meters. It cannot fly. It weighs up to 160 kilograms. The bee, hummingbird, is the smallest bird in the world. It is only 5 centimeters long, including its long beak and tail. Birds' body parts. The different parts of a bird's body are beak, throat, breast feathers, breast, wing feathers, foot, claw, and tail feathers.
So what are birds? Birds are animals that have wings to fly. They are covered with feathers. Birds have beaks to eat and drink water. Birds have 2 lovely feet. And birds' basic needs are water, air, food, and shelter. And now it's time for a lovely activity. I want you to answer the following questions, grade 1. Let's see who's going to get all of the questions correct. Which of these animals is a mammal? A. Lion, B. Turtle, C. Eagle. Let's remember, what's special about mammals? Yes! Mammals are covered with hair and fur. So the answer is A, lion. How do mammals feed their babies? A, with milk, B, with a fork, C, they buy grocery. I don't think so. Yes, it's A, they feed them with milk. Which is the correct fact about fish? A. Fish have wings. B. Fish breathe with lungs. C. Fish breathe with gills. Do fish have wings? I don't think so. Fish breathe with lungs? No. Fish breathe with gills. So the correct answer is C. Which is a wrong fact about birds? A wrong fact. It's not correct. A. Birds fly. B. All of the birds eat only seeds. C. Birds have 2 feet. Which one is a wrong fact? Which one is not correct? B. All of the birds eat only seeds. No, some birds eat meat as well. Oh, yay! Awesome, grade 1. This is a certificate for answering all of the questions correctly. You rock! Our success criteria for today. We are able to identify mammals, birds, and fish. Describe their basic needs and their features. And now it's activity time. Our activity for today, classify the animals. So we're going to drag the mammals under the mammals, birds under birds, and fish under fish. Write a sentence about each animal. I want you to write something about mammals, one thing about birds, and one thing about fish. I really hope you enjoyed the lesson, Grade 1. Now it's time to say goodbye.
Oh yeah, kids, it's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone.